Act 77, crossing by drawer or after issue. Section 1, a check may be crossed generally or specially by the drawer. Section 2, where a check is uncrossed, the holder may cross it generally or specially. Section 3, where a check is crossed generally, the holder may cross it specially. Section 4, where a check is crossed generally or specially, the holder may add the words "not negotiable." Section 4, where a check is crossed specially, the banker to whom it is crossed may again cross it specially to another banker for collection. Section 6, where an uncrossed check or a check crossed generally is sent to a banker for collection, he may cross it specially to himself. Act 78, crossing a material part of check. A crossing authorized by this act is a material part of the check. It shall not be lawful for any person to obliterate or accept as authorized by this act to add or alter the crossing. Act 79, duties of banker as to cross checks. Section 1, where a check is crossed specially to more than one banker except when crossed to an agent for collection, being a banker, the banker on whom it is drawn shall refuse payment thereof. Section 2, where the banker on whom a check is drawn, which is so crossed, nevertheless pays the same or pays a check crossed generally otherwise than to a banker, or if crossed specially, otherwise than to the banker to whom it is crossed, or his agent for collection being a banker, he is liable to the true owner of the check for any loss he may sustain owing to the check having been so paid, provided that where a check is presented for payment which does not at the time of presentment appear to be crossed, or to have had a crossing which has been obliterated, or to have been added to or altered otherwise than as authorized by this act. The banker paying the check in good faith and without negligence shall not be responsible or incur any liability, nor shall the payment be questioned by reason of the check having been crossed, or of the crossing having been obliterated, or having been added to or altered otherwise than as authorized by this act, and of payment having been made otherwise than to a banker or to the banker to whom the check is or was crossed, or to his agent for collection, being a banker, as the case may be. Act 80, protection to banker and drawer where check is crossed. Where the banker on whom a crossed check, including a check which under section 81A below or otherwise is not transferable, is drawn in good faith and without negligence pays it, if crossed generally to a banker, and if crossed specially to the banker to whom it is crossed, or his agent for collection being a banker, the banker paying the check, and if the check has come into the hands of the payee, the drawer shall respectively be entitled to the same rights and be placed in the same position as if payment to the check had been made to the true owner thereof. Act 81, effect of crossing on holder. Where a person takes a crossed check which bears on it the words "not negotiable," he shall not have and shall not be capable of giving a better title to the check than that which the person from whom he took it had. 81A, non-transferable checks. Section 1, where a check is crossed and bears across its face the words "account payee" or AC, abbreviated A/C, payee, either with or without the word only, the check shall not be transferable, but shall only be valid as between the parties thereto. Section 2. A banker is not to be treated for the purpose of Section 80 above as having been negligent by reason only of his failure to concern himself with any purported endorsement of a check, which under subsection 1 above or otherwise is not transferable.